Peace. Also, another thing I wished to communicate with conformity or being a conformist is the fact that at some point everything has to change and be different. That's the only thing that remains constant in the universe. Okay. Um, Criticism. Now, a lot of times when we hear criticism or hear the words of a critic, a lot of times there's been a lot of negative experiences that have been placed upon criticism. However, if we learn how to listen and not always put our emotions in everything, there may actually be something we can really learn from a little bit of criticism. You know, I've often said at times, if a person criticizes you as being an asshole or something like that because they attempted to manipulate you and you said no, I wouldn't worry about that. However, if someone criticizes you as being an ass and you're deliberately being an ass and this is not the way that you wish to come about, I would change. And the reason why is because of that. If that's not the vibration or the energy that you wish to project, then you change it. If not, eventually you're going to attract yourself and pull yourself to an experience where it's probably going to be a bigger ass than you that's going to tick you off. And you're going to ask yourself, well, why did this happen? Okay. Curse. I personally don't accept curses in the sense of what individuals tell us a curse is supposed to be. I feel that a curse is whatever we allow into our ciphers, and that would aid in determining our reality. You know, you had people that say you have family curses, generational curses, and stuff like that, especially when it comes to dealing with slavery and other things. However, we have to realize too that in those instances, those group of people that are so-called or have a curse placed on them, you go back in their history, you'll find out they did some foul crap too. And what is really happening is just the seeds that they've planted germinating, growing, and coming back. Okay? Defeated. Or defeat. To be defeated or to lose or whatever is just a learning experience. You know? It's like for instance, I have a best friend of mine that plays in a tennis league. And it's always a learning process for him when he loses, or what we call losing. Even though he's losing, he doesn't take it as a situation where, man, I'm losing so much, damn, I don't want to do this no more. No, with this, he's actually learning how to allow himself to become a better player and eventually a better coach because of what he's going through. And it's not necessarily about the win or the losing, because even though he's so-called losing, he's actually winning and gaining. It's going to allow him to be a better person, a better player, and a better coach at some point. The next word is enemy. Now, a lot of us love to create an enemy, or a lot of us always seem to think that there's something always coming after us. You know, something that's specifically coming for us to destroy us or to terrorize us. And we have to realize at times an enemy most often is that thing that we don't like, or that person that we don't like. They may have said something or did something that we didn't particularly like, so, oh, that person is against me. Okay? If you go out deliberately doing things that are going to cause people to come at you, then you're your own enemy. You're your own worst enemy. You're the first enemy. You're the enemy that's allowing for someone else to be an enemy. And if you're carrying this particular mindset with you, even when there is no enemy, you're going to probably create one. It's almost as though it's like blame. It's pretty much like blame. You're placing energy outside of yourselves, and you're actually creating conflicts and not realizing that you were the source. The next word is evil. Okay, and this can also correlate with devil. What is evil? That which we don't like, or that which is against a particular structure or system we are attempting to set up. And it's interesting because before the English dialect was created, there was no word that was translated as evil coming from any Bibles or anything like that. Okay. Once again, evil is that we feel is in our ways when we are attempting to do particular things, whether from a negative perspective and positive perspective. Once again, it's a challenge. How you deal with it determines whether things are going to turn out for the best or for the worst. The next word is expect. Expect or always expecting something to be a specific way at all times sets you up for so-called failure, as some people would call it, or pretty much sets you up to get slapped in your own head by your own energy. Okay. We have to realize that in life, even when we're around people who are like-minded as us, as we are, they're not going to always look at things the same and do things the same and be the same. Things are always in a constant state of flux. Things are always changing. Nothing's going to be the same today as it was tomorrow. Your same cells in your body are not going to be the same in 15 minutes. We have to get out of that mode of always expecting things to be a certain way, expecting things to come to us because we did certain things. No, that's a good way to allow yourself to always be upset or set yourself up for negative emotions that don't really have to be in your cipher. Okay? Accept things for what they really are. That's all any of us can do. A person can be your best friend one day and they're so-called tyrannical the next. However, you're upset because you didn't expect them to be this way or that way. Just accept things as they are, and you will find that life will be a heck of a lot more simplistic when you let go of expectations. It's not to say that you shouldn't have particular, I guess you could say, goals or whatever that you wish to manifest in your life. However, don't expect it to come out the same way that you see it in your mind. That's just one perspective. The universe works out the details. You just have to put forth the effort. Okay? The next word, or two words, we're going to deal with fate and destiny. These are control words used to say that anything and all things are written in stone, and that is not true. I have seen it. That's just like when we deal with astrology or numerology. A lot of us take what is in those forecasts or those horoscopes as the absolute truth. No, they are not. When these sciences were used, they were used specifically to give you a potential forecast of what your life could be about, and also give you clues as to be able to handle certain challenges and to be able to allow yourself to harmonize and balance with all the other energies within the zodiac or within the numerical system. All of us are born containing all the astrological or number vibrations. It's just that when we're born, one particularly peaks out because of the time of the year. But it doesn't mean you have to be that. You are meant to learn that aspect so that you're able to harmonize with the other energies. Okay? I will continue this further in the next video. What's up?